Hello everyone, Positron taking a quick look at Slain. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. It's probably going to be a little more like my Dark Flame video, and it's going to be a very critical look because there's a lot of problems with the game, but it's not all bad either. This came out on Steam the other day, and currently the reviews I believe are mixed. They started at mostly negative, which is very unfortunate. I'm going to continue here, and I'll talk about what the game does right and what some of the issues are. We're actually in the hub world here. You get here after the first couple of stages of the game, and I'm just continuing my game. You can go back to the previous areas, so I'll show that off. But here is our character, Bathoryn, I believe. You can see that the art style is awesome. One thing the game definitely gets right is art. It's a very, very cool look to it. Very kind of chunky pixel, I guess I would say. Very pretty backgrounds, very detailed everything. But yeah, so this is it's an action platformer with a kind of like heavy metal vibe, I guess is the basic style, I guess you would say. So let's go to the Bloodgrounds here, and I'll start talking about that's the Highlands. Bloodgrounds is one of the first areas you encounter. It might actually be the first area. Kind of hard because this doesn't tell me what I have and haven't completed. I know I've completed this area before, though. So, every area has a different, yeah, if you don't like blood and heavy metal, you can already say this is not your thing. This is an NPC. I'm actually not sure who he is. And in fact, I don't think Bathoryn knows who he is yet either. So, we have a little bit of a sword combo thing. We have a couple of different weapons. Pick those with the D-pad. And I have a fire sword, I have an ice axe, and I don't have any others yet. We also have a magic attack, but I have no MP right now. So, the main story of the game is you are awakened and basically sent to come save the land. And you traverse through various stages in order to do that. So, in that, and in an action platformer, that stuff is pretty good. You know, it's kind of attack and slash. It's very almost self-aware level of gritty. I mean, it's obviously very over the top, very, you know, like taking every kind of heavy metal trope and really running with it. And I think that's intentional. And for the sake of style, that works. And most of the music is, if you're into that sort of, if you're into heavy metal, pretty solid. I know I'm talking over a lot of it. One thing you'll be noticing right now, though, is that sound effects are extremely quiet. There's also a lot of traps. I'll actually run into this one on purpose. Yeah. You'll notice that sound effects in some cases are extremely quiet. And that... Oh, we actually have to go through this again. Wow, I actually didn't hit a checkpoint, I guess. And there's this weird situation where all of the sound effects are present. A lot of the criticism this game has gotten is that, you know, there's sound effects missing. Well, they're not actually missing. The sound levels are just wrong. And I can't tell if it's a positional audio thing or something else. And I know it's not my setup. I've checked that. And in sometimes you'll hit an area where all of a sudden the sound effects are extremely loud. But it's very jarring because it's very difficult to find, you know, hit confirms. It's very difficult to realize when you're being hit by things and stuff of that nature. So I'll go a little further in this area. That's giving me a brief tutorial on the MP. And part of the problem also, again, is that there's no rebindable keys, for one thing. So if I can get a decapitation attack. Yeah, if you see enemies glow red, then you can hit your strong attack and it will give you a little bit of MP back. The weapons are a little bit different. This one has like a stabbing attack. The sword has more of a swing, and the axe is just like heavy chops. I lost my train of thought here. Yeah, so one of the issues is that there's no explanation on the controls anywhere, nor are they rebindable. I think this is a trap, so I'm going to jump over it. There's apparently a bomb attack for example, and I have no idea how to do it, nor have I ever been able to get it to activate based on reading other people's explanations. They have kind of like a mini boss enemy here. Something else you're going to notice is that enemy stunning is very, very inconsistent. Sometimes they will get stunned, sometimes they won't. What bases that on is that... Oh, wow, actually didn't hit checkpoint at all. I think this is a really good example of some of the problems I have with the game. Essentially, you can only interrupt an enemy only gets hit stun if you interrupt their attack. However, some of your animations are longer than the hit stun that they generate, which means that even if you're comboing an enemy, they can break out of it and continue attacking you. The way around this is, unfortunately, you do this. And you ignore the combos, and you just do the spam attack, ignoring all the combos. Not good. One of the other issues is that there are no invincibility frames whatsoever. Meaning that if an enemy spawns on top of you, or if you get trapped in between enemies, in fact, let me see if I can do that here. Yeah, I am toast. I can't move at all. I'm trying. I promise you I am trying my hardest, yeah. There is no invincibility frames. So if you ever get surprised by enemies or anything like that, you are just toast. So let's go back. I'll show off a different area here. Yes. So you can at least see some of the different locations in the game. And I'll actually go into an area I haven't been into yet and show off some of that as well. So this is the Highlands. It's home to the witches. Witches are weak to fire. You won't know that until actually you're already through this area, unfortunately. That is not told to you. So again, you know, like the enemy designs, I mean, these are obviously very Left 4 Dead witches, but the enemy designs, the background, the kind of like chunky music, like that stuff all works. It's super cool. You know, this is only developed by 2 people. You know, that stuff really works. Like, it looks awesome. It's got that heavy metal vibe. You can also block by pressing down. That's again, unfortunately, not told to you. Let me see if I can get full MP here. I'm gonna have to decapitate this witch. It's gonna be easier said than done, though. You can only do it when they're low health, and it's a little hard to see when that is. I'm kind of using cheap attacks here. One other issue I have in terms of the weaponry is that some enemies are immune to different elements, but there is nothing that actually tells you that. They will actually continue to get hit stun and stuff like that, so you won't actually know that you're not doing damage until you've sat there. Yeah, see, again, there's supposed to be like a spirit bomb or something. I'm pressing all of my buttons here, and I can't get it to work. So I'm not sure if that's just, I just haven't unlocked it yet, or I'm not sure what killed me there. Yes, I'm not sure if I haven't unlocked it yet, or if I'm getting the control wrong, or what. And that's, you know, that's kind of frustrating. So to show off that, I believe witches are totally immune to ice, but they will get the hit stun here. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, shoot. I am super dead. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can see they still get knocked back, but they're actually immune to ice. Unfortunately, there's no way to tell that. Let's see if I can get into a platforming section and show off a little more of the design. The sound balance here isn't too bad, although you will notice that there's really no sound when we get hit or when I die. The sound just kind of, the music continues and the sound doesn't, there's no audio cue to it, which becomes very, very jarring in some areas. Sword will protect you from magic projectiles. I'm assuming that's talking about the blocking, though it doesn't actually tell you how to do it. So when the combat works, it's not bad. Oh, I actually just triggered a trap on there, unfortunately. But we'll just, well, actually I would like that HP up there. I'm gonna throw some fireballs. Well, that's a good example of them just kind of hitting through my attack there. I'm not sure what that is from, that glowing blood ball there. Sometimes that shows up, sometimes it doesn't. I think I also forgot to pick up my MP there. Which is another kind of an odd... I mean, this is a very minor thing, but it's very strange to me that you start with no MP when you respawn, but you're almost always respawn next to MP. Let's see if I can... I should not have jumped in between those. There we go. So I should be able to kill these witches now. They are getting through my combos a little bit, but I should have enough health. Just gotta watch out for this one. You also have a backdash of sort, but it is very, very slow. There's a big delay. I am playing this on a controller. Also, one of the issues, there's supposed to be a portal here. There it is. One of the issues when the game was released is that there was a patch, or an internal patch right before release that actually broke all the keyboard controls big time. And there's a huge delay. So if you are going to play this, and I give it a very cautious reckon, this is definitely a trap. And I would caution you that there are a lot of problems right now. But if you do play it, definitely play it with a controller. Keyboard, from the sounds of it, seems to be almost impossible just because of a huge delay. So I think I'm getting close to... I think I'm going to die here, actually. And if I do, I might just go to another area. Yeah, I got hit through my combo there. I wanted to show off some of the platforming, but I'm really having trouble getting into this area. So let's go out into another area. And again, I think this is a good representation of a lot of the issues in the game, in that it just doesn't feel right. So we'll head into the Wolf Woods. This is an area I've only done a very little bit of. Oh, you're finally here. I've had visions of your arrival. This is the hag we meet after the first level. Oops, actually, I'm going to skip past that. A lot of wielders. Come to my hut and you'll be given a chance to prove you're worthy of the gift intended for you. Okay. No time for gifts. Great Wolf Spirit will allow you to pass if you... not allow you to pass if you refuse. Put that ice axe to good use, but remember witches are immune to ice. So this is where you first find this out, but this is the ice axe over here. So a good example here is this enemy that will appear here momentarily is totally immune to fire, as far as I can tell. You can sit here and do this and lock him in place indefinitely, and he will never ever die. Also, this shows off that you can really exploit this quick attack, and is actually better than comboing. So as far as I know, as long as I am hitting him with my fire attack, he will never die, but as far as I can tell, he's taking damage, right? So let me switch to my ice axe, and he will go down. Well, he's gonna kill me here, but he will go down very quickly with the ice axe. For some reason, the music here restarts, unlike other areas. It actually feels like it should do that to begin with. There we go. It actually took a lot of damage there, unfortunately. So I don't know how far along I'm gonna make it, but we'll try. I guess I got hit there. I touched the skeleton. I do want to warn that there's a very good example of the positional audio problem coming up, and it is going to be very, very, very loud when it happens. It'll be around the second or third one of these Statue Anubis creatures, and it is going to be extremely loud. But I do want to show it off just to kind of give an example of how that works. So you notice that those guys didn't have any sound effects when I fought them before. But they will, this one will coming up here. Oh, maybe this one won't. Maybe it's the next one. Yeah. That, right. So all of a sudden, you have this super loud sound, which is crazy, right? And that is one of the main issues people have been talking about with the sound. This guy attacks a little faster than I do. Again, I'm trying to use the combos here, but he's actually attacking a little faster than my combo. So I probably won't go too much further into this. I'll try to get past this area to show off some stuff. I'm trying to figure out the best way to fight this thing. There's a big delay in my combat, and I have to take these hits, or I have to kill these things rather. There we go. So this is the one time I will say that the backdash feels useful. I think I interrupted my own combo there somehow. Not quite sure what happened there. I might as well refill my health. I did get hit there, unfortunately. You can kind of hear like a crackling sound. That is actually the skeletons walking, I believe. And, you know, again, this kind of becomes the problem with combat, in that the best way to proceed is almost to cheat, in a sense. Alright, here comes the loud one. Again, apologies. I don't know why this one in particular does this. It doesn't even seem to be a locational thing. It just seems to be this one, for whatever reason, the sound works. There we go. Door is open, and unfortunately, I'm probably going to die here. There is health there, though. The health thing is also a trap, though. If I touch it, it'll spawn an enemy. There we go. Alright, so we got another one of these guys. This one also has the sound. Apologies for the very loud sound. Okay. Pits will kill you. There's some light platforming. Platforming is very hit or miss also. Some platforms require very pixel perfect precision, and others don't. Here's a trap I'll show off. And again, no sound with that, but there are other times where traps are extremely loud. Let's jump over this. Apparently the duck attack is also basically an easy trek to victory, but I haven't really used that much, to be honest. Want to get a little mana there. Oh, that was a trap, I guess. I'm getting stun locked here now. But I do have... Oh, nope, he got me first. I do have the MP here. Oh, shoot. So I'll go a little further in this area, and then I'll end the video. I hope this shows off, really. It's kind of hard to get a good gauge on, even just from the Steam reviews, you know, what the problems are. The developers are aware of the problems. They've talked about, you know, oh shoot, I forgot that was a trap. I wonder why those were one-hit kills on those. I'm actually not entirely sure. The MP here. Yeah, so the developers have talked... I did it again. The developers have talked about, you know, resolving the problems. They're listening to the feedback. They want to do something about it, but it is a small team, so it might take some time. I think it's currently $15 on Steam, or it's going to be after the sale is over. In its current state, and it pains me to say so, but I just can't recommend it. Oh. Okay, this is kind of a mini boss. He also has working audio. Again, apologies for the sound. Here's a good example of enemies spawning on me, though. I'm kind of in trouble here. I would preferably like to not die here until I get to the... Nope. Skeleton walked into me. So, in its current state, I unfortunately cannot recommend it. If they fix the control issues, if they fix You know, if they fix the fact that the combo system is very awkward and there's no invincibility frames and the sound works, and you know, whether or not these are difficult fixes or easy fixes, I don't know. It would depend on, you know, how the back end of the game is set up. If it's a factor where they can fix this in, you know, the next week or so, that'd be awesome. Because I think that the overall game itself is pretty cool. The art is good. The music is pretty solid if you're into heavy metal. It's got some really cool ideas. I mean, I'm having fun with it when I'm not frustrated. I mean, take that for what it is, but when I'm not, you know, getting frustrated with stuff like this, I have enjoyed my time with the game. So I guess I'll wrap up here. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get past this area without dying a million more times to what I feel is not particularly well-designed difficulty, but yeah, so that'll do it. I hope this gives you a little more information. I hope the developers can see this and maybe get a little more visual on some of the feedback, and legitimately, I hope that they are able to resolve the issues. It does sound like that they had to release it early, which is never a good thing to hear. I never like hearing that. I'm a big fan of, you know, when it's ready. If that means delaying the game, so be it. So I hope that they're able to recover from this. I hope they're able to do something with it, and maybe I'll be able to take another look at this in the future after they patch it. So that'll do it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll still have the links in the description and all that in case you do want to go look at it for yourself. But again, I cannot recommend it in its current state. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.